up how I feel about the ending.
I am so confused because this thing is basically saying we are live and not live at the same time.
How's it doing that?
Well, it says it's working on our live stream and your stream will start shortly. And then also at the same time it said we have been live for the past 30 seconds.
Time to go to YouTube and see if we're actually
I
live.
am 90% sure we're live, but we'll see. Hi, YouTube, if we're live.
If we're live, just give us a minute, everybody.
Oh, that was last year. This is us. This is you.
I probably should have had this up and running. Yay!
We're live. Hi, YouTube. How y'all doing?
It's been a while.
I know. Didn't we? Okay.
We've had a busy couple of months.
Yeah. I now need milk to go with my red velvet cookies.
Yeah, so,
or possibly red velvet Baileys, but whatever.
So today we will be discussing. I don't mean to be doing that. Sorry, guys.
God dang it!
It's been a while.
Child.
Skype works. Today we will be discussing The Woman Who Rides Like a Man by Tamora Pierce. It is one of our chasers for in between Stephanie Meyer books.
The books that shall not be named.
Yeah. So last time we saw you, we discussed Eclipse, which we titled The Dark One. And it's amazing to me that this book is, like, I know I do this every time, 228 pages for The Woman Who Rides Like a Man, and more happens in these pages than happened in all the 500 and some of Eclipse.
Are you laughing at me?
A little bit.
Okay.
So we will. What this book is about is basically everything that happens to Alana after she leaves from, she leaves Chorus, the capital of Tortal, because she's got her shields now. She's officially a knight, and she wants to escape for a little while because of all the drama that comes with that, right?
Also for the fact that, all of a sudden everyone knows she's a girl. Woman, I guess.
And she also is dealing with the aftermath of killing somebody because she has a lot of guilt stemming from her final battle with Roger Conte. Like, she knows she has no choice. She had no choice, but she's still kind of like,
feels bad about it.
Yeah, like she feels like she was pushed into it when she didn't necessarily want to. So she escapes and she goes to the desert because she hates cold. And given that it is like 30 degrees out right now, I feel this.
See, it's only kind of cold. Like, I consider 30 only kind of cold.
I have to walk to school to go get my kid.
Have to.
He cries if I bring the car.
What kind of... Most children, it's the other way around.
Yeah. To be fair, it's 2 blocks, so it's not like it's a big deal, but yeah, he cries.
Hi!
Oh my God, where'd your hair go?
Because off.
Why?
Because!
2 reasons. First we cut it back in like October because his best friend had lice.
Which was Savannah.
You just told the entire internet who had lice. Um, um, and then he decided he wanted to keep it that way again.
It's weird.
Go play your video games. Go play. Go play.
You said video game instead of video game.
Bye, Munchkin.
Bye!
You said video games instead of video game. Goddamn kid.
I mean, all he has to do is play like 3. Actually, he only
He's
has to play
playing
2.
Super Mario Party. There's a bunch of games inside the game. Yeah, so
Damsels in success.
basically she goes to the desert and gets adopted by Bashir tribe. And they refer to her as,
Go ahead.
they're the ones who give her the title, the woman who rides like a man, because she doesn't ride side saddle. Because side saddle is stupid. And yeah, she gets adopted as one of the tribes people.
And then she goes and messes with their entire social structure.
Yeah, because she's a lot and she does that. She gets into a fight with their shaman and he dies.
She didn't kill him though.
No.
He just died.
So he tries to kill her and his spell backfires and kills him instead because he's stupid. Like literally he fed too much of his own life force into the spell because he wanted her dead that badly. So then she takes 3 of the young tribesmen under her wing as apprentices because they're all magically gifted, but the old shaman claimed that they were cursed because power, and he didn't want to share it.
He had to know at some point he would have to give up being shaman. I mean,
Right, like people die.
Yeah, like once he died, what did he think was going to happen?
I don't know.
Like you just left your tribe without a shaman.
Right. It's kind of like I'm reading like I was reading the Darkest Minds, right?
Mm-hmm.
By
Read that.
Alexander Bracken.
I literally just saw the plot of the movie. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to watch that.
But like so an entire generation of people either die when they hit puberty or become psychic of a kind, right? And yet, the entire United States idea of how to deal with these psychic kids is to lock them away in internment camps.
That sounds like the U.S.
And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, but if you lock away all the children and don't educate them, what's going to happen when everybody gets old? I'm like, you guys didn't think this all the way through?
No, of course not. I mean, come on.
So, it's like that, but not on a countrywide thing, just one little tribe. But so, she takes them under her wing and starts training them, and she decides she can't leave the tribe until they're fully trained, right? Because
Reasons.
Because what?
Reasons.
Yeah. Basically, if she leaves the tribe without a fully trained shaman, then it leaves her tribe weak and prone to assault by hillmen and all sorts of other stuff.
Oh,
So she does
mention that she like literally joined the tribe, like
yeah, like she literally gets adopted as a member of the tribe. She has to go through a whole ceremony.
In this book.
Yes, a lot happens in only 228 pages.
Is that it? Where the hell did we find a book with only 228 pages?
I'd like to point out the first two were smaller.
I'd like to point out that Kushil's dart is staring me in the face.
Is that what we were going to read next? I have to go through our old videos because we totally decided what we were going to read after we finished Breaking Dawn and Lioness Rampant.
I don't think it was Kushil's. That would take us a long time to read all of those.
We totally picked something, and I can't remember what, so I'm going to have to watch our Eclipse video near the end.
It might have been Kushil's only because, well, maybe. I know at one point we were talking about rereading it because of Tamora Pierce, because of Jacqueline Carey writing the first book from Jocelyn's perspective.
Yes, and we will do it eventually. We'll probably have to break it up into we'll probably do like the first three, okay, and then read something else, and then do the next three, and then do something else. That way it's not just...
know how fast we can read through these books.
That way it's not just an entire year of Jacqueline Carey.
Wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, never mind. My books are in order on my shelf. Let's go.
So she does all that. She basically starts a school for shaman to share all their stuff, so that there's some wise shaman to help her trainees after she leaves. Like, once they're actually shaman, they're still pretty young. They're still going to have stuff that they don't know what to do. And meanwhile, so she's got one boy and two girls who she's training. And the Bajir society is very traditional in that girls are kind of not necessarily
patriarchal.
Yes, it's very patriarchal. A lot of their clothing style and stuff is rather similar to like a Arabic style clothing, because they live in the desert, so they need clothes that actually work for the desert. So girls wear headdresses and all that, like to cover their hair. They're not supposed to show it to non-family members. She basically, a lot of the older men in the tribe have issues with the fact that not only is their shaman now a woman, but also that their two of their training shaman are girls. And
not just that their shaman is a woman. Their shaman is a woman who doesn't follow any of their customs.
Right. Like, she's literally been adopted as a warrior of the tribe because she gained her acceptance through trial by combat.
But I mean, she doesn't wear the clothes that the other women wear. She sits around the campfire like the women aren't supposed to.
Right. Because she's technically so the tribe's led by the shaman and the headman. And so basically she's like number 2 in the tribe right now. And it's different, like they kind of count her as different. She's not really a woman. But her trainees are like typical Bajir girls. They dress like Bajir girls. They act like Bajir girls. And she's also having to encourage them to speak their minds in front of the men, because they don't, and they're going to need to as shaman of their tribe. They're going to need to give their advice. Meanwhile, her boy trainee is being a douche. He basically decides that he can do whatever he wants because he's male and better, and yeah.
And he has better control of his magic than the girls do?
because he's a boy and he's been able to work with it more. Um, and meanwhile, there's a whole storyline with Jonathan, the prince, if you forgot, where he comes to train to be what's called the voice of the tribes. So the tribes have this, not really a headman, but all the tribes speak to the voice, and they're all connected that way, and the voice remembers, like all the way.
Almost kind of like a head shaman, kind of.
Yeah, sort of. He basically contains the tribal memory of every tribe since the beginning of the Bajir. And it's passed down from voice to voice to keep this sense of community across all the different tribes. And Jonathan's been tapped to be the next voice so that he can kind of end the difficulties between the Bajir and the Tortalan Empire. Not really an empire, kingdom, whatever you want to call it. So he has to train. Meanwhile, he asks Alana to marry him because he's feeling trapped by his station as the future king. And Alana doesn't, like, she's like, I love him, but I really like it because it shows that you can love somebody and not want to marry them for various different reasons. Like, I think if it had just been Jonathan asking her and not
Future King Jonathan?
Yeah, she probably would have said yes, but she doesn't want the responsibility that comes with being queen. And she realizes that, yes, she loves him, but to marry him, she's signing up for a whole lot more than just being married to the person she loves. She's signing up for court and being forced to be there all the time and all that. So Jonathan assumes she's going to say yes because, of course, she is.
Who turns down being queen?
And who keeps sleeping with somebody if they're going to actually turn them down.
Yeah, that too.
So they get into a big fight when she finally says, no, I'm not coming with you. I haven't made up my mind. And he stalks off in a rage and is an asshole.
Very much so.
And meanwhile, like, while he's off deciding he's going to marry somebody else just to spite her, because that's great and totally, totally mature and exactly what I'd expect from a ruler of a country, she gets her trainees through their ascension into full-blooded shaman. The two that are left alive anyway, because her male student got himself killed through his own stupidity.
Yeah.
And once they're ready, she goes to Port Kane, where George is, and they kind of start up a romance. Yeah, she goes through 2 romances in the course of 228 pages.
And Bella can't even handle one.
That is so true.
God.
Um.
Bella needs help.
Yes. So George ends up having to go back to his rogue in Chorus because somebody tries to kill him, and it's approved by somebody named Claw, who was relatively new to his thing when he got there, like before he left for Port Kane. And yeah, they discover that this Claw person talks kind of like a noble, and that there's something familiar about him, but nobody can place who he is. And there's some stuff with Alana's brother. He does some magic, steals a bunch of, borrows Alana's magic without asking, to do a giant spell that has scary connotations. We still don't know at the end of the book what those connotations are.
But he put up a ward so strong that it knocked out George's mother.
Yeah, like it almost killed her.
Like she was just testing to see what the hell was going on because this feels crazy, and boom.
And yeah, so a lot happens.
And don't forget about lightning breaking. That happened at the beginning of the book.
Yes, her sword broke, and so for most of the book, she's using a sword that clearly has been made by Roger of Conte, and it has dark magic, and that's actually how evil. Her. Yeah, it keeps attacking,
whoever the heck is holding it.
Yeah, that's actually how her male student dies. Is he decides he's strong enough to deal with this sword, and yeah, it kills him.
And this sword was wielded by, was it a Hillman wielding it before?
A Hillman wielded it first, and then the evil shaman did.
She buried it in the freaking desert. Goes off, finds this village of Bajir, and the next thing you know, the shaman comes in holding the sword.
Yeah.
This sword is look, you're going to deal with me.
And so she spends most of the book fighting with the sword too, trying to undo the black magic that's in it.
And has a broken sword. Her favorite magic sword is broken.
Right.
And it can't
so she discovers
by blacksmiths.
She discovers that there's a way to fix it using magic.
Because you can't use a blacksmith. She needs a Daja.
I think they can't use a blacksmith because it's
magic.
It was made by the old ones.
Yes. She needed Daja. I bet you Daja could have fixed it.
Probably. Too bad that's another universe entirely. So it ends with her heading back to Chorus, I think. Or deciding she needs to.
This was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there was a ton of crap in it. Oh no, she decides to ride further south for a tournament.
Because it's still too cold in Chorus.
Plus, she has a certain plot line that she has to deal with first before returning. If you remember in Lioness Rampant.
No. I didn't remember this book.
And we just read it.
Really? Basically, I remember lightning, and that was it.
So, I gave the book 4 stars. It's probably my second favorite out of this series.
Oh, okay. Which was your first favorite?
Probably Lioness Rampant. It's a pretty epic ending.
Why does my hand look like it's a different color than my face?
I don't know.
Like my face looks really red compared to my hands.
It does. Um, are you flushed?
I don't. I don't know. I don't get flushed.
um, I gave it 4 stars, and I actually recommended it for book battles. Like, I recommended 2, 3, and 4 for a 20-point read for book battle this month because it was constellation, and somebody read In the Hand of the Goddess and was like, "Where's the fucking constellation?" And I'm like, I can't tell you that. It's spoilers for book 4. I'm like, but it totally works, believe me. What are
Sorry,
you doing?
playing with my face.
Um, but so it's one of my favorites. Next, Robin will be reading Breaking Dawn because
Because
I already
somebody was
finished
in
it.
such a rush to read
I
that.
wanted to get it over with. Um, so this book is 754 pages.
Oh freaking god!
And I have thoughts, and so you need to read quickly.
Can I just go back and rewatch? Not rewatch. Watch some Sentai. So I watched all of the Japanese season of the show that the Power Rangers comes from.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now I need to learn Japanese.
Um, but yeah, so
Fully read. Okay.
we will be reading Breaking Dawn next, and then we'll finally be done with
Okay, that
that
sounds
dumpster fire.
yes.
That alone should make you want to get bust through it real fast,
No.
like as fast as possible.
It can totally join my DNF file.
No, we can't because we have to talk about it.
Do we have to?
I have thoughts that I need to say.
Jesus, child, go talk to Alex. Alex read them. Alex liked them.
I have often had thoughts about Alex, like Alex's like level of liking things, and yeah, yeah. Like I love Alex, but she's easily made happy.
I mean, most of the time, so am I. All it really takes is some candy. Dude, a guy at work gave me french fries and I was ecstatic.
I also really, really want to watch the movies just to see if they're just as bad.
Your hand is paler than your face.
It must be a lighting thing from the screen. I don't
It
know.
has to be. Although I
And
don't get it.
my face is a little red because of the laughter, and I blush.
I
So
don't. As far as I know, I don't.
I'm sure your cheeks still get redder when laughing a lot. It's just hard to tell.
Uh, Usually they just, when I'm smiling, they kind of look like they're glowing. Because that's where the light hits and it just reflects back out. You love me.
I do. I
I
do.
make everyone's life better.
So we're almost done with the dumpster fire. Almost. And then we get to read Lioness Rampant. And then I'm going to go through the Eclipse video and see what it was we had decided. I want to say it may have been the Lunar Chronicles,
Potential.
but I don't remember. We also really need to read Blood Witch.
No, we
I
don't.
own it now. I own it now.
That doesn't mean we need to read it.
We have to finish the series,
Or
and the
what'll
fourth one's
happen?
The fourth one's coming soon.
Or else what'll happen?
We'll never finish.
And what is your point?
You like the series.
I still haven't finished. I tell you I love you and then I have to kill you series. Yeah. Your glasses and or your face is crooked. I think it's your ears. But I think it
It is
was
my
worse than
ears.
usual, so I think it was your glasses.
No, my ears are totally crooked.
Well, no, but it was worse than usual, so I think it was your glasses at that point.
Hmm.
Most of the time I don't pay attention, but it was just like, I love you.
I love you.
Yay.
Um, but yeah, so we'll be doing that and discussing hopefully in the month of February.
Yes.
Yes. Because I'm going to kick Robin's butt to read it.
She doesn't know where I live.
The sad part is that's true.
I mean, at least when I threaten to kick your butt, I know where you live.
I'm sure that if I asked for your address, you'd give it to me.
Well, now that you threaten me, maybe not.
I'm sure if I was like, hey, Robin, I want to come visit, you'd be like, yay!
Yeah, see, you have already threatened me and have already told me your plan. I am now suspicious.
Um,
You have to
so,
wait at least until I forget. That'll be like 3 days from now. You're good.
um, and I'm super excited because I get to sit down with Maureen Johnson, who
Yay!
is fun. I get to do that on Sunday because my life is awesome right now.
Okay. I am so easily distracted.
Yes, yes, you are.
I have been told that I'm basically a human kitty, a human squirrel, and just plain crazy.
Yes,
So which one?
all of them.
I am a human cat and a human squirrel?
Yes.
Okay then.
You also really like shiny things, so I think you're part like crow too.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I'm sorry. I am 99% sure that all belly dancers like shiny things.
This may be accurate. Um, so yeah, we will see you guys soon, hopefully. Um,
I still don't have overtime, so I should be able to.
yay!
I'm just waiting for the
And
motivation to read it. Yay. Yay.
we we are almost there. It was like 20 hours on audio.
That is 19 hours too long.
Um, so we'll see you soon, BookTube.